I am not here to create a system that is going to deprive Jamaicans of their freedom. And you know what else?
But the bill
I am not hiding from consultation. I am here facing the questions. Unlike most, I am facing the questions and answering them.
Our young people are looking at this and they're saying this is something that is right because the politicians, the leaders of our country, this is something that they do. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I would like for you to, first of all, apologize on the way you responded to the question. And secondly, allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish, please.
See on this matter than I do. I am not here to create, and I make that point very seriously, because, and I will go to every church in Jamaica, I will go to every room, every house, and I will answer them.
Jamaica, it is said to be God's favorite movie. Now, why am I saying this? During this conference, whereby the main issue discussed was about the new system, which is the National Identification System, needs. During this conference, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness, found himself in a very, very heated argument, or rather an exchange of words with these young Jamaican youths. I'm your host, Larry. Thank you for coming back to watch my videos. To my new subscribers, my new viewers, I want to welcome you back on board. Now guys, I want you to watch this video up to the end, and you'll realize that in Jamaica, people don't fear nothing. Fear in Jamaica is not an option. It doesn't matter who you are. Once you cross with the Jamaicans, they'll make sure they put you in the right place. So watch this video between an exchange of words between the Jamaican Prime Minister and these Jamaican youths, and then I'll be back with more comments.
I'm the president of the Love March movement, which is a youth organization, and we have an initiative called Colorblind, which is where we encourage young people to be engaged in political and national matters with an unbiased eye, without political assignment or, alignment rather. Okay, so my issue that I would like to raise at this time is with respect to needs. All right. Now, I am not, and we are not, against a national ID. We see the benefit of it. There are great pros. It will fill gaps in the country, but we believe that in its current form, it poses significant issues for many Jamaicans, especially with the fact that there has not been, in my opinion, and many other Jamaicans, 60,000, I checked the petition this morning, 60,000 Jamaicans here and abroad who feel that there needs to be more consultation, ventilation of the issues, speaking about pros and cons. All right, both of them are important to a consultative process. So we're being told that we must enroll in NIDS, or in the next 3 years we'll be possibly fined a max of $100,000 and barred from government services and possibly private services as well. The only exception being where there's a threat to health or life or a state of national emergency. Now, I'm deeply concerned about this bill because of the impact on the country.
So Charles, you have given us 2 points in the bill that you'd like responded to.
Well, I can't go into all of them, but just to say, right now I qualify for NHT.
Yes.
In 3 years, I will somehow lose my qualification because, I mean, somebody can respond to the NHT point, of course.
You're sure about that?
Well, that is my understanding because it won't be a threat to my life or health.
This is where you're going to come to get all the answers. All right, so allow them to respond now. Thanks, Charles. Really appreciate it.
We have over 60,000 Jamaicans.
So Charles, So you have to allow them to
me?
respond. Yeah,
I am
sorry.
Thomas, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
My name is
Thomas, my apologies.
Can I just
I called
finish
you the
the
wrong
last
name.
two lines here?
The last
It's
two lines.
Very quick.
2 points or lines?
2 lines. So my closing thought would be to withdraw the bill, allow for proper ventilation of the issues over a 3-month period even, town hall meetings and joint select committee where we can properly speak about the many issues that are in the bill. We're not against the bill, but we are for the country of Jamaica moving forward.
Thanks,
Well,
Thomas.
I tell you what,
Excellent.
Thomas,
yes.
I'm very happy that we find common ground, being that we are both for the country moving forward. But I just wanted to know, can you now get your NHT benefit without providing identification? I just wanted to know. And the answer is no. No, you can't. Secondly, and let's be clear,
Hang on, Thomas. You don't get a second chance. So sorry, you already asked.
you've asked your question.
No, you already asked.
Oh, it was
I'm sorry.
rhetorical. Okay, fine. Like many other things, it's rhetorical. Fine. Secondly, Thomas, do you know, how old are you, Thomas?
I am 26.
Do you know that this bill, this idea of creating a national registry started from as early as 1970? And we have been discussing this national ID, morphed from having a birth certificate that's unique, starting with ID for voting, which by now most Jamaicans who don't intend to vote but who want some identification decides that, well, we will take the voter ID but we won't vote. I'll give my fingerprint for the voter ID but I don't vote. There are 1.8 million Jamaicans who want an ID and they give their fingerprint willingly, including some of the 60,000 who signed the petition. Answering personal questions, providing personal information, and freely giving of their biometric. The government has that now. What's new? You talk about consultation and speaking about this bill. In 2002, this bill was brought to the Parliament of Jamaica by the then Minister of Health, John Jr. It was tabled in Parliament and a joint select committee was named. It sat and languished and nothing happened. In 2009, former Prime Minister Bruce Golding saw that the bill was there, nothing is happening with it, started a resurrection of it. In 2012, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller took the bill and her very statements, this is a very important thing and we are going to push it, and started the negotiation for a loan to do this with the IDB. It was good for them to start the conversation about a $64 billion loan, but now it is not good. You know what I reject? Do you know what I reject? I reject the view that somehow you have a higher moral authority on this matter than I do. I am not here to create, and I make that point very seriously, because I am not here to create a system that is going to deprive Jamaicans of their freedom. And you know what else?
But the bill does.
I am not hiding from consultation. I am here facing the questions. Unlike most, I am facing the questions and answering them. And I will go to every church in Jamaica. I will go to every room, every house, and I will answer them. Because I am not trying to take away anybody's right.
Deal with the Prime Minister.
And I find that this discussion is disingenuous, unfair, and untruthful. And I will tell you, Jamaica, I am not going to hide from this. If you say that you are for Jamaica and that you agree that we should have a national civil registry, then let us talk as we are doing, but let us talk on the facts of the situation, not on the untruths and what we make up. Let us discuss the facts.
Good night, everyone. My name is Glendon Martin. I am a student of the University of Technology. And I had a question, but the president had a similar question, so I'll allow him to ask the question. But what I have to say, well, I have a comment, actually. The gentleman that asked the question on NIDS, Mr. Prime Minister, I was taken aback by the way you responded to the question. I felt that you came across too strong, and when I was listening to you, while I was listening to you, I was saying, should I go and ask this gentleman a question? Will he answer me in the same tone that he answered the young man? And what I want to say and what I want to see in Jamaica or overall with politics is that our politicians behave sometimes, even in parliament, when you see them jumping over, arguing with each other. Our young people are looking at this and they're saying this is something that is right because the politicians, the leaders of our country, this is something that they do. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I would like for you to, first of all, apologize on the way you responded to the question. And secondly, allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish, please.
So my darling, hang on 1 second. Sir, hold on, everybody. 1 second. You know, the great thing about youth, hold on, the great thing about youth is that we see no boundaries at all, none at all. I think that you possibly could think hard on your comment and suggestion, really, in terms of the implications. I understand your feeling, but allow the Prime Minister to respond, though, since you have no quiet question. Allow the Prime Minister to respond.
Just one thing I need to add to
no, you've gone past your 30.
Well, just to what I was saying, that our country is seeing some improvement, and that is something I must commend your government on doing. But we want to see more and more where the young people voice is being heard, and you can listen and sit and talk with us to hear what we have to say.
Thank you so much.
Well, look, let me be frank with you, right? Let me be frank with you. I was a young man too. And that's an excellent strategy that you tried to use a while ago. I commend you. Excellent strategy. But I learned one lesson in my political career. Passion. And when you believe in something, you have to stand for it. And you have to speak with passion. And, you know, I'm sure Thomas knows that it was a very good back and forth response. And you made some points, Thomas, and I made some points. Exactly. And at the end of it, Thomas is going to sit there and say, "Hail Prime Minister." And I'm going to say, "Hail Thomas."
Yes. Yes. Come on now.
That is just how debates go.
Yes.
And you know, when we are talking and our hands are gesticulating, as long as we remember to be respectful. That the personhood should not be violated, and that the opinions must be respected.
Absolutely.
Right? You agree?
Thank you so much, Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, before we I ask for the approval of the amendments. There are two clauses in the bill which seem to have given concern to the public, and which I am compelled to take the time to explain. Clause 20 deals with the enrollment of citizens and provides for the fine of $100,000 if one does not comply. Mr. Speaker, since my involvement in the bill, and the bill that was developed under my watch, we did not have in that bill a requirement for compulsory registration. We started off from a position that we would seek to get the public to comply by virtue of them seeing the benefits of the bill. It was in discussions with a select team from the opposition that the opposition insisted that it be mandatory. And Mr. Speaker, the hypocrisy that I have had to listen to. But you know, Mr. Speaker, my mother always tells me, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue. Because you know, Mr. Speaker, again the falsehood about this bill not having the benefit of public discourse. In 2000, the then government, which is the opposition now, took a bill to Parliament, carried it to a joint select committee, and in that bill, Mr. Speaker, they had a clause for it to be mandatory, and guess what the fine was? $100,000 at that time. Now if you brought $100,000 and added interest to it, inflation and everything to bring it up to current dollars, it would be a significant amount of penalty. So it is very disingenuous for the opposition to now come and try to claim a ground that they themselves rejected. Mr. Speaker, all that any concerned Jamaican has to do is just go on the internet, or if you store newspapers, go back, and you will see that the opposition, the then government, supported the bill, said how necessary it was, no less a person than the former Prime Minister. The bill, the National Identification System, I did not bring that into the office of the Prime Minister. It was already in the office of the Prime Minister from the opposition. When you look at the reports from JIS and the statements of urgency and importance for the bill to be done, Mr. Speaker, it is disingenuous, because it was always the intention of that government there.
Now, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Larry, and I believe you've watched this video up to the end. Now, before we even continue, or rather dive into our commentary, I'd love for you, if you're watching this video for the first time, if you're watching my videos for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you are my returning subscriber, my new viewer, please consider liking this video, comment and share with the loved ones around you. So back to our video is it's totally true, or rather evident, that in Jamaica fear is not an option. Why am I saying this? Now, during this conference, you've seen how these youths, Jamaican youths, were referring to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, how they were uncontrollably throwing, or rather focusing their questions and demanding apologies from the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Now, this is just according to me. You see, as much as I think someone has wronged me, I believe in approaching this person with the respect. You know, because you're angry because you feel wronged, it doesn't give you the permission to lose respect on me, or rather just refer to me, or rather talk to me the way you want. And in this case, this is the Prime Minister of Jamaica we are talking about. In a heated exchange of words with these Jamaican youths. But well, people deserve some answers. And you've seen how the Prime Minister of Jamaica was responding to them. I mean, to some point he was trying to hide his anger. But it could be clearly seen how angry the Prime Minister was. I mean, I've seen the Prime Minister angry. I've seen a lot of people angry. But I've never seen the Prime Minister of Jamaica this angry. And you can agree with me that these teens, these youths, to some point, they were out of control. To some point, they forgot who they were addressing. I don't know if it's peer pressure or trying to show off to their fellow teens, but I believe at some point they just lost it. I mean, I stand to be corrected, but that's just according to my opinion. I want to know what the Jamaicans think about this needs the national identification system. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And also, tell me your concerns, or rather your what you noticed about these Jamaican youths. I believe fear is gone in Jamaica. Because for one to address the Prime Minister like this, on a one-on-one conversation, leave alone these medias we're seeing over here in Kenya, whereby they just trash talk the president over the media, whereby we've seen some cases of abduction and all that. After all, like I said in my previous video, politics, it's a very, very dirty game. So I'm your host Larry. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. And until we meet again, peace out.